Hello folks, Pseudomonic here with another episode of The Tea Drinker, and today we are going to be reviewing Teapigs Pick and Mix. You get 12 varieties for $13.99. They all have 2 bags each, so that's 24 packets of tea, or rather tea temples. That's what they call them. They don't call them tea bags, they call them tea temples. We're only going to do 6 today because even I can't handle that much tea. So let's get started and set up for the tasting. Okay, so let's see what's on the menu for today. First of all, we've got Jasmine Pearls, and these is a green tea that's wrapped into pearl shapes and then enrobed by jasmine flowers. So I'm looking forward to tasting those. This is a Tung, Ting Oolong tea. Now an oolong tea has the strength of a black tea, but it has the aromatics of a green tea. This particular variety is actually Taiwanese, and it's one of the more expensive Taiwanese varieties. And here we have chai tea, which is an aromatic, spicy Assam tea, and it's spiced with cinnamon and cardamom and ginger and vanilla. So looking forward to trying that. This is Silver Tips white tea. The tea tips that go into making this one are plucked within 2 hours of sprouting, apparently. And there's a shark on the packaging. I wonder why. Doesn't really say. And we have here a Darjeeling Earl Grey, which is a Himalayan Earl Grey, and of course it's got the essence of bergamot in it. And the last one of the day is Everyday Brew. This is a combination of Assam, Ceylon and Rwandan tea, and it's basically your standard brew. So yes, let's get on to the brew and let's get tasting. Okay, we've got the teas brewing now, and they're all sort of looking very interesting. We've got the lighter colours up the right hand side. The chai tea is kind of mahogany brown, the Earl Grey and the everyday teas are more darker in colour. So we're going to give these about 5 minutes so they can steep properly, and then I'm going to set up for the tasting, which should be exciting. Okay, see you in a bit. Hello! Okay, let's go on to the taste test now. Okay, first of all, Jasmine Pearl, which on the front of the box says Oriental Treasure, and it's got a dragon on there as well. So, it's kind of a, don't know if you can see that. I'll bring it forward towards the camera a little bit. Ooh. It's kind of a yellowish green colour, and it has a very, very floral scent, very reminiscent of the sort of smell of the tea you get in sort of Chinese restaurants and things like that. And it's very, very strong. It's very floral, very sweet, very strong. And by looking down at the tea temple, I can see that the pearls have unfurled and have filled up the tea temple completely. So let's give this a bit of a taste then, shall we? Ooh, wow. Yes, the jasmine is very, very strong on this one. It's very refreshing, very, very good. Very floral. Yes. Yes, that is a very good cup of jasmine tea. Oh, that is a very good cup of tea. It's there's a sort of oh, that is a good pick me up. I swear I will have that again, definitely. It's very strong jasmine taste. It's not as weak as some of the jasmines that I've tried before. So yes, that is definitely a very, very good cup of tea. Okay, so the next one we're going on to is the Ting Oolong tea, which is a Taiwanese tea, and it's quite an expensive tea as well. So I have good expectations. Again, it's a kind of greeny yellow colour. Don't know if you can see that. Probably not, but it's got a slight floral scent as well, same as the jasmine. That's quite mellow. It's very mellow. It's not as strong and bitter as black tea. There's a slight sort of spiciness maybe to it. It's very like the jasmine tea in texture, but in flavour, like I said, it's kind of mellow, slightly floral as well. Okay. Yeah, this is a good cup of tea too. Yeah, it's gonna be very hard to pick a favourite out of these ones, I think. We're on to the chai tea, which is in Assam, and it's quite dark. It's kind of a dark mahogany colour. You can just about see it there. Oh, this one's very, very spicy and Christmassy. Christmassy, I mean, like, you know, sort of very cinnamony. Sort of reminds you of like a Christmas cake or something. Yeah, that is very, very strong spicy scent. So let's give it a try. It's got quite a sweet edge to it. There's a sweetness on the edge of it, but it's not as spicy as I thought it was going to be. I mean, I thought really the cinnamon taste was going to over-dominate, which is on some of the chai teas I've tried before. They are quite, you know, they're quite overwhelmingly cinnamon, but this one, the cinnamon is actually quite subtle. And yeah, there is a sweetness. I think that might be the vanilla on the edge there. So that's surprisingly subtle for a spiced tea, which is not a bad thing in my book. Okay, so the next one we're going to try is the Silver Tips White Tea. It's kind of a yellowy, brownish, light brown colour, very light brown. It's a very fruity scent actually. It's quite fruity. It's not floral. Yeah, it is more sort of fruity, and I can see all the sort of in the tea temple. You can see very clearly that they are only using the very tips of the tea leaf. So let's give this a try. It's quite a strong aftertaste, that. I was not expecting that. It's yeah. It's hard to describe really. It's sort of herbal and leafy and mossy sort of taste to it. Has a slightly bitter aftertaste as well, I do notice. That's rather what lets it down, that bitterness in the aftertaste. Okay. Yeah. Yes, it does leave a slight dryness in the mouth as well, which isn't really the sort of thing I'm looking for a brew. Okay. Let's get on to the teas now that are probably more familiar to us. The Darjeeling Earl Grey, which has a dachshund on the front for I don't know why. So this is a proper Himalayan tea. It's very, very dark in colour. Can you see that? And I can smell the sort of the dark tea scent, a very earthy, slightly bitter scent. Can't really smell the bergamot though. Can't really feel the citrus notes in it yet. So let's give it a taste. Oh, that's strong. Oh man, that is a lot stronger than a lot of the Earl Greys I've had. That's the real stuff. That's a real kick in the teeth. It's bitterness. It's very bitter. Well, not very bitter, but it's a lot more sort of astringent than your standard Earl Grey. Not getting very many citrus notes though, I must say. So a bit disappointed about that. But still, very, very good cup of tea. And finally, we've got Everyday Brew, which is a blended tea. The summation, there's a little sort of subtitle in it that says Morning Glory, and they've stuck it next to the picture of a rooster. Not sure what they're trying to say there. So, so this is like proper everyday builder's tea, get you up in the morning, go to work sort of tea. So, doesn't really smell of anything, to be honest. So let's have a try. Yep, that is a cup of tea. It's got no bells or whistles. That is your standard cup of tea. You know, it's not going to break expectations. This is just your regular bog standard cup of tea, which isn't a bad thing. It's no surprises. It's just it's just a cup of tea at the end of the day. So yes, okay. So out of these 6, if I have to pick one that I had to on sort of taste and smell and look of the thing and texture, I'd have to go, I think, with the Jasmine Pearl. So that's the first 6 done from the Teapigs Pick and Mix 12-pack variety box, $13.99 from teapigs.co.uk. Not a sponsor. So yes, so if you want to go there, you have your own pick and mix, see what you like. Don't let me into don't let me sway you. Your taste probably different from mine, but for me, from these particular 6, my favourite is the Jasmine Pearl. I'm going to be back soon in another video where I'm going to do the remaining 6 in my in the Teapigs variety pack. So I've been Cinnamonic, you've been watching The Tea Drinker. Thank you and good evening.